Hey everybody, this is Zach Mullins from The Grip Show, and I recently did a video on some 100-pound Keller Foundry plates that I have, and I'm going to do kind of the same thing here for these 50 kg, so 110-pound calibrated chrome Ivanko plates. And I picked these plates up off of John Fulber, and he cut me actually a really good deal on it, so I'm really grateful that he did, because he could have sold them for a lot more and made some money off of them and give them to somebody else. And yeah, he actually cut me a pretty good deal. So I picked these up from him. And one of the main reasons, other than just getting, bigger weights on a loading pin faster or loading a bar up quicker with the 110-pound plates, is the grip aspect of it and kind of comboing it with different feats of strength. So anytime you're doing like a single hand plate pick, or just, deadlifting a plate like this, a lot of it's going to come down to how much of a lip do you have, how gritty is the back of the plate, and what kind of texture you're going to have, because you're still doing kind of a pinch grip that's open hand, but you're also oftentimes going to have your fingers almost doing kind of a crimp, or your finger tendons on the other side, depending on what the plate's shaped like and how your hand lines up with it. So some features on these plates that make them a little bit different is obviously the chrome aspect to it. So if I flip these around, you can see here that, super shiny, super slick. So as far as taking chalk, there's not really a whole lot of chalk that's going to stick to this. You could probably build up a decent layer over time if you really worked it. But for me so far, I've pretty much found that maybe light chalk on your hand, but very minimal chalk on the plate actually helps me lift them. And then there's a little bit more grit on the front side where, that green paint is, and that little bit of a sloped lip to the plate can hold some chalk and kind of help on the other side. But yeah, so real shiny, real smooth, and just makes it really tough to pick these up. So as I flip this back around, something else you're going to see is it does have a lip, and this top edge is really sharp. But when you get to the actual lip of the plate, it's not flat. It's very, very shallow. It's not flat, and it basically swoops up. It has a slope to it. So you're really not even getting like a quarter inch, on the lip of it. It's very shallow, and that slope just really changes it, as opposed to if it was flat. If it was flat, it'd probably be, I would say, much easier to lift, but it'd still be a hard plate to pick up. But yeah, the slope definitely adds a different level of challenge to this one. So I would put this up there as far as like 100-pound plates, like the York double-sided plates, the Keller Foundry plates I already did a video on. I have some really tall Dan Lurie plates. I would say for just like single hand, just picking these things up from a grip aspect, these plates and the double-sided just flat 100-pound pancake plates are by far the two hardest plates I've ever picked up, just with a single hand, 100, 110-pound plate, single hand. And this one, like I said, because obviously there's a slope and it's really shallow over here and then slick on the back, the 100-pound pancake is really thin. And although it's gritty, it's completely flat on both sides. So the texture is great, but you don't have any type of lip whatsoever to grab on for that one. So like I said, I got these plates from John Felber, and have done some combos with these. I'm going to drop those, within this video. And these plates and the 100-pound pancake plate that I mentioned earlier, those are the two hardest plates of this style, for this style of lift that I've ever lifted. And like I said, it's really tough to kind of pick one or the other, so I just kind of put them at almost the same level of difficulty. I had a chance to lift a 100-pound pancake plate when Luke Raymond came out to my place while he was staying here during the Arnold Classic, and I was competing at the Arnold. And after like a 13-hour day of competing, the three of us were stretched out across the whole day. We came back here. He had brought the 100-pound pancake plate for me to try, and I don't even know how I did it, but yeah, we got to lift in here at like 1 a.m. when we got back that night, and was still able to pick it up. But after that one good lift on it, I don't think I lifted it the rest of that day, and then he took the plate with him, so I haven't had a chance to ever really try it again or combo it with anything else. But just stupid difficult to pick up. And this is the only other plate that I think is comparable. Like I said, you do get the lip, but it's so slick on the backside with the chrome. And you have that extra 10 pounds, 110 pounds versus 100 pounds. So I'm going to put some of the combo lifts I've done with this plate in this video, along with the lift of the 100-pound pancake, so you guys can check it out and see it. But yeah, other than that, really kind of cool plates. I'm not sure when they were, produced or when they were popular, but really more so, calibrated competition style plates. And yeah, very fortunate to have them. And I think some of the stuff I've done so far with them is I've lifted one with the Thomas Inch dumbbell, which would be like a full-size replica of that, and a York Fat Man Blob, probably about 53 pounds, and I did a combo lift. So I've done some just single-hand regular lifts with these things, but if I'm comboing them, Inch dumbbell, Fat Man Blob, I've pulled those off with this, and definitely not an easy feat to do. It's hard enough just to pick these things up by themselves, but yeah, just so you can kind of get an example and see the plates in action, I'll put those in the video. And like I said, I know this is pretty short, pretty quick, but just wanted to give you a good look at the plates and yeah, just kind of talk about the unique challenges that they present, as a strength training item, particularly on the grip side of things. So hope you enjoy the video, hope you enjoy the lifts, and be sure to check out the next stuff I have coming out, which will be, more training items, more feats of strength, and pretty much the stuff that's kind of already on the channel, just kind of diving and evolving that a little bit more. So thanks for watching.